Hello again, and welcome to another hashtag Now Smoking Cigar Review with me, your host, Gary Korb from cigaradvisor.com. Today, I'm going to be smoking the Black Label Trading Company Lawless Churchill. And joining me today is Vilma Ravelo, who works in our purchasing department. Vilma has been with the company
for 20 years.
That's longer than I have. I've been with them 18 years. With Famous Smoke Shop, that is. And Vilma, tell us a little bit about what you do in the buying department.
I work in the purchasing department. A little bit of what I do is I do all of the new entries for all of the brand new cigars that come out every year, all the time.
But can you believe it? 20 years.
20 years, yes.
I can't believe I've been here 18 years. You're actually from the Dominican Republic.
I am
born
from
there.
the Dominican Republic, born and raised.
And
yes.
so Vilma knows cigars, let me tell you.
A little bit, not too much, a little bit.
But she's a genuine cigar smoker. I didn't just bring her here for looks, you know. We're going to actually do some work. So we have the Lawless from Black Label Trading Company. This is a 7x48 Churchill, pretty standard. It has the Black Label dark black magic skulls and everything.
They're very known for that in all of their cigars.
This has an Ecuadorian rosado wrapper, and I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it does have that kind of nice reddish tint to it, which I really like. And it does. The core is Nicaraguan.
Yes.
But they're not specific about which tobaccos they use, but it's supposed to be like a medium full. And usually their stuff is known to be pretty spicy and peppery and
strong,
so we'll see what that is. And when I saw it got a 93 in that magazine, I said, whoa, I got to see this. So that's one of the reasons we're smoking it. And also, they're kind of a unique company, right?
Yeah.
And they have a core
very
following, So let's get going here. It has a nice band at the foot. It says Lawless, so you know what it is. You're not getting, what are you getting off the wrapper? Anything?
A little bit of cocoa, a little bit.
Okay, getting kind of that like barnyard kind of a thing. You know?
But it does have a little bit of cocoa in it.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that off the foot, and I tell you, it's very well made.
They said that it has a triple cap. I'm not sure if that's true.
Yes,
or
it
not.
does. I can see that. Yeah, you see, 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
And it's very firm all the way through. How about yours?
Yes.
Okay, so let's cut it. Get some pre-light taste and get going here. Now my cap cut off really nice. That's nice. I like when it comes off in that nice round circle.
Yeah.
Let's see how the draw is. Draw's pretty good. Could be a little easier. But I like the flavor. I'm getting kind of like a bready,
No.
kind of a toasty taste.
Toasty, yeah.
You know, like kind of bready. Not so much earthy, which normally you would get, with a Nicaraguan. But
usually you do get that earthy, but no, it's
okay.
not. It's
let's light them up.
pretty good.
Now, you started with Famous Smoke Shop in New York?
In New York, yes.
Yeah. And then I came in when they moved to Pennsylvania, where we are now. Oh, wow, that lit up really nicely. Okay. What are you getting?
I was thinking that I was going to get that full body right off the bat, but it's not.
No.
It's not.
I didn't either, and I'm not getting any pepper.
No, I am not.
I'm getting kind of like well, it's definitely more like a medium. It's hard to tell when you first light, but the smoke is very smooth. It's pretty tasty. I'm getting like like a little sense of like a kind of a mocha kind of a taste.
A little bit.
What are you getting? Just some pepper is coming in through the nose. I'm not retrohaling, but it just kind of gets in there. All right. Yeah, it kind of works its way up into the nose, and it's a little peppery there, but it's pretty smooth.
It's pretty smooth. Not spicy. I was just in my head. I was thinking like, oof, right off the bat. But no.
Okay.
No, it's a little tangy.
Yeah. All right. Well, what we're going to do is we'll get down to the first inch, and then we'll really get into it. Okay, so we are now well into the first act. I'm here again with Vilma Ravelo from Famous Smoke Shop's purchasing department. We're smoking the Black Label Trading Company Lawless Churchill. And so what do you think so far?
I'm impressed. I was thinking that it was going to be overpowering for the morning and it was going to be strong. And it's not. It's actually, it stays in a medium body.
I definitely agree with you. Yeah.
Getting that little spiciness now after the inch. But yeah, well into the medium body. So I'm impressed.
I am too. I thought it was going to be a lot more. But it's funny when a label gets a reputation.
Yes.
You always expect these things, and I like when I get surprised. So anyway, tell me a little bit. When did you come here from the Dominican? How old were you?
We used to live in Connecticut. I was like maybe 10,
oh, okay.
11. So we used to live in Connecticut, and then we moved back to New York. And of course, I went to school here. That's why.
Right.
My English is not that very good, but
no, it's excellent. What are you talking about?
Thank you. So I've been here ever since.
Let me ask you a question. Do you smoke a lot of boutique cigars? I mean, are you into that whole kind of thing, or is it a thing? I don't know.
It is. It is. I think it's good to smoke everything. That was my thing when I got into this company. It's like if I was going to know about cigars, because it was so dominated by men, it was a men thing. Yeah. So I needed to learn about the cigar. So the best way is to smoke it and have more or less of an idea in order for me to know how to speak about it. Because when I started with the company, I used to be in sales.
Right.
So that was where I started. So in order for somebody else on the other end that is not even looking at you to have that faith in you about it, then yeah, of course, you have to know the product. And one of the things that I did do was, smoke a little bit of everything. So I smoke everything. Boutique, anything I smoke. Yeah.
What was the first cigar you ever smoked? Do you remember that?
Actually, the first cigar was the short story.
Fuente.
Hemingway short story.
Of course, the Dominican.
Hemingway short story was my first cigar, and from there on in, I had just about everything.
Yeah. Do you have a particular preference in terms of body strength?
No.
Things like that.
No, because I learned about the cigars so much that now I know that in the morning smoke something that is like Connecticut base, and the mid-afternoon you can smoke a medium body, and then in the night smoke a full body.
Right.
But now it doesn't matter. This one I thought it was going to be something that it was going to knock my
I know
head off, and it's not.
Just I'm sitting here, we're talking, and I'm just enjoying the cigar. It's really nice. It's definitely medium. It's definitely smooth. I'm even getting a nice aroma off of the cigar.
Yes.
Just so much going on here, and it's very right now. I wouldn't say it's mellow, but there's like a nice, I guess what they call mouthfeel, and the smoke, the way it lies on the palate. It's just. Are you getting any specific flavors though?
A hint of nutmeg. I don't know if you're getting
that.
that.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I get that in a lot of cigars, actually.
Just a little bit. And about an inch in, it had that spiciness, but then now it's gone. I don't have it anymore. So
yeah, I agree. It's sort of, kind of like...
Kind of going through the
like
changes.
this, But
And it's holding very well. It's smooth.
Oh yeah, I mean the ash and everything is just really nice. Let's talk a little bit about Black Label Trading Company. This is from their website. It says Black Label Trading Company creates handcrafted premium cigars of the utmost quality in small batch, highly limited quantities. So
Very
this is
limited.
limited edition. This allows us to meticulously select the finest tobacco from the richest tobacco growing regions of Nicaragua, Honduras, Mexico, and Ecuador. Right? This has an Ecuadorian rosado wrapper on it. It's really beautiful. This allows our master blender, expert growers, and hand rollers to produce utterly unique cigars of unsurpassed quality. Everybody says that.
Yeah.
And flavor. Finally, this approach to cigar making replaces the standard cigar experience with the Black Label cigar experience. And I know when they first visited us on Cigar Advisor, in the early days, I guess, if you want to call it that, when they first started out, the cigars really did have this reputation as being very, and I got to be honest, I'm not necessarily a fan of companies that make strong cigars just for the sake of being strong. But I think that this company, what I'm getting out of this particular cigar, and the cigar I had last week on our Cigar Advisor live show, which was the NBK, Natural Born Killer. That was a box press cigar. That too was kind of medium, kind of laid back. So I guess the company is expanding. They're trying new things. They're not just going for that. Hard hitter, super spicy, peppery, cigar smoker. But I'm really liking this. I'm definitely getting that nutmeg, and I'm getting a little bit of the, a little bit of coffee. Some of that mocha in there. It is definitely in there.
I got that in the very beginning. I'm just like a little sweetness coming along with it right now. Yes,
and that's what I like too. I like a sweet cigar. So I'm assuming that I always like to do this. Of the Nicaraguan tobacco scene, there's probably some jalapa, probably some Esteli Ligero, something like that, to give it that spice. I don't know, maybe they even use some ometepe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But, anyway, so I tell you, Act 1 was pretty good. Let's see what happens when we get to Act 2. Okay, we're down to Act 2 at the Black Label Trading Company, Lawless Churchill. And this company was started by James and Angela Brown. They're entrepreneurs. I think they started about 6 years ago.
Right.
And they've done a lot of stuff. They were in the wine business, and they had a, what do they call it, adventure travel business. They've lived in Guatemala, and they've been all over the world. And James was always a big cigar smoker, and he decided, let's do our own thing, And so they bought a small little factory in Nicaragua, and they have a small staff of people. This is real boutique, and each cigar has its own personality. Its own. So each blend that they come out with has a totally unique personality. And Vilma, you pointed out that the skull in this one has a crown on it, and you say the other ones don't have crowns.
I think so.
So that delineates it a little bit, I guess. And so what are you getting now?
Back to spicy.
Okay, I'm getting like that's what I call sweet spice.
The sweet spice,
But I'm not getting any pepper.
No
there's
pepper.
a little pepper in the nose.
No pepper, but it's back to spicy, and it kind of, like we said it before, it changes as you
So it's
smoke
complex.
in the cigar. Very complex.
It is complex. It's been pretty consistent for me for the most part. I really like the sweet spice notes. It's a little earthy, getting that earthy
That
note.
too.
And that nutmeg is pretty
It's
dominant
dominant
in there too.
in the cigar, yes.
So it just goes to show you that sometimes a company starts out with one idea, they evolve, which I kind of alluded to before, and this one is really impressive because I'll be perfectly honest here. I don't like strong, spicy cigars, so I was never like totally in love with this brand at the beginning, But now
No.
I'm saying, hey,
The Lawless changed
there's
your
something
mind,
going
huh?
on here. Yeah. And also that NBK, you know, they have like really wild names like Morphine.
Morphine,
you know,
Killer Bee.
Killer Bee. And when you look at the pictures of the company, it says Black Label Trading Company, but then it says Oveja Negra. Is it negra or negro?
Negra.
Negra, which I thought just meant Black Label, but what does it mean?
It's black bee.
So Oveja is a bee.
Yes.
Yeah, and they have, I
Okay.
think, a Killer Bee cigar
They have
too.
a Killer
yeah.
Bee
So they
cigar.
have like these bee themes and these skull themes.
You know what? This cigar goes great with coffee.
Yeah, it is.
It
Now
goes
you have
great.
hot coffee.
I have
iced
hot coffee. So it pairing really well with it.
Not only that, but you know, the draw was a little tight. But you know, if you just kind of, well, this is what I've been doing. It's just kind of like just biting down on it a little bit as I turn it, which I do sometimes. You know, figurados, torpedoes, things like that. They tend to be, you know, I tend to have draw problems with them. But if you usually like bite down, you just the right spot, it opens up.
It opens up, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nice creamy smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the smoke coming through the head. It's just really, really nice.
One thing, we haven't relit the cigar, so
That's true. There'd
we
be no
have
touch-ups,
no nothing. So
nothing. The ash has been great.
Yeah.
I've got 3 ashes
three
here.
ashes I have. This is
It's almost
going to
getting
be my
longer after
second.
She smokes slower than I do.
Slower, yes.
She's more of an aficionada.
Well, I like to enjoy the cigars
And you
and
should.
their
I mean,
flavors.
and we are enjoying it.
flavors.
And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I remember yesterday when you told me, oh, I want you to review Black Label Trading Lawless with me. I said, woof, at 9:30 in the morning, wow,
Yeah,
I don't know.
But this is the ticket.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's really nice.
They really did a great job. And, you know, we featured Black Label on the Cigar Advisor Live last week, too. And as I said before, we split up the cigars between, I think, when was it? I don't know what John had. We each had a different cigar, and I had that NBK, which is box pressed. And I think it had a similar wrapper. It had kind of a rosy tint to it. And that was really good, too. I think this has more flavor, though.
It does.
This definitely is full flavored, if it's anything.
I think it's a medium plus. I think it's a medium plus. So
I think so, too. I think so, because we're like, what, halfway? Or at least I'm halfway. And it's not getting any stronger.
no,
Which is nice, but I can tell if we, you know, it's a long cigar. It's
a long
7 by 48.
48, yes.
So it's gonna, you know, you don't want to hit on it too much. You're doing it the right way.
yeah,
Because you don't want to get all that juice
All
and
that
stuff.
juice
in the end,
and
but
stuff,
it's really nice.
it is.
Your
It
cap
is.
is holding up. I mean, it's just a very nice elastic wrapper. It has no really, you know, it's got some veins, but it's really attractive.
Yeah, you can't even see too many of them.
No, it's just a really beautiful wrapper.
It is.
So I would say if you're a fan of this brand, it's still going to give you that kick, you know, with the pepper, but at the same time, it's got a lot of this other stuff going on. Not picking up much of the, a lot of the reviews said it had like a cocoa kind of flavor. I get a little mocha, maybe a little coffee, but I'm getting more of the nutmeg.
Yeah.
It may just be the morning, could be the coffee.
The coffee, I don't know, but yeah, pick one up.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a must smoke. You have to try it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you like full body cigars and full body Nicaraguans, like Hoya de Nicaragua, if you like that kind of a cigar. Some of the stuff from Espinosa, even some of EP Carrillo. You know, things that are made with, you know, good Nicaraguan, some Drew Estate. I would say, like, I don't know. I guess if you like Liga Privada,
Yeah,
it's kind
I
of
was
in
going to
that.
say Liga, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not
Well,
sure.
Liga, I think, has that broadleaf wrapper, but this is definitely in that you know, general zone. And you know what's also nice for a small company like this, by getting that 93, that's like such a kick, you know, for them. You know, real shot in the arm. It gives them, you know, I mean, I have a feeling these are going to sell really fast now.
Really fast, yeah.
You know. And that's really like the best thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
It might even make their top 25 of the year.
25 of the year, yeah.
You know, I mean, 93 is up there.
It's up there.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Act Two's been really delicious. Let's see what happens in Act
Act
Three. All right, we're down to Act 3 with the Black Label Trading Company, Lawless Churchill. I'm here with Vilma Ravelo from Famous Smoke Shop Purchasing Department. Look at this. This is a beautiful cone ash. You're almost, you're a little bit behind, but let me ask you a question. Vilma, who do you think this cigar is for? Who would like this cigar? Who would you recommend it to, in other words?
Anybody that likes a full body, I think will like this cigar. Will enjoy it very, very much. Or somebody that would like to try something new.
I would say that this would be a good cigar to start with for people who want to get into Black Label Trading Company cigars, because it doesn't have that wow, you know.
Yeah.
And then they could kind of move through the lines.
Through the lines.
And you know, get that, you know, kind of, you know, if they want something more full, more spicy, more whatever, you know.
Try some of their new ones, the ones that they only come once a year as well, to get a feel of all of the other cigars that they make.
Yeah. What are you getting in terms of flavor, though, at this point?
It got spicier.
It did get spicier. It's a little spicier for me, but the core flavors are still there. You know, you know, during the break, I was getting a little, some of that chocolatey note. And it's still in there a little bit.
Now the sweetness went to a little bit of salt. I don't know why.
A little saltiness. Okay, yeah.
So.
All right.
That's what I'm getting. Again, it might be the coffee.
Yeah.
Gotta try it with the bourbon or.
Yeah. What do you like to drink with this cigar usually when you have, you know?
A bourbon or a whiskey. You should
Really?
go for the Macallan 12 or the Macallan Gold.
I like the Macallan 12 a lot. That would be good with this,
That
actually.
would be probably very good with it.
You know what we've been talking about, though? Do you like wine?
I do.
We've been talking about maybe pairing some cigars with red wine, you know, as opposed to the typical bourbon and stuff like that. I mean, I like rum. I like rum a lot, and I think this would be good with rum.
With rum.
But like
maybe
a sweeter.
the Havana Club.
Yeah,
that's
good stuff.
Probably will go well with this.
Yeah, and I think a long-aged rum, like more than 4 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting a really nice volume of smoke. It's really been very consistent.
Very. And you're right, it did open up with the pull of the cigar. You're getting more smoke out of it.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot more earth too.
Yeah.
It's definitely earthier. It's getting that full body, full flavor thing is coming out now.
I think on the third, on the final stretch of the cigar, you get
and
that
I'll tell you,
full.
it's a long cigar.
It is.
So by this time, if you're drinking something like bourbon with it, you probably don't care. You know, it's fine. Yeah.
That's true.
I think they did a really great job with the cigar. And let me ask you another question. So, is it humidor worthy? That's another question I usually like to ask.
Yes, I think so. I absolutely think so. Yes.
So, to wrap it up, basically, we have a very well-made cigar with a beautiful wrapper. It has a lot of complexity to it. It's got some nice sweetness. It's got some spice. It's got some herbal qualities to it. It's got a lot of nice, dense smoke in it. It's creamy.
Yes, it's creamy.
It's really got everything that I like in a cigar.
So is the humidor worthy?
I think so, yeah, definitely, especially for the full-flavored crowd.
For the full-flavored crowd, yeah.
I wouldn't pause to say to not a new cigar smoker, but an intermediate cigar smoker, hey, you definitely should try this. You know?
Yeah.
And it's a very good representation of a well-made Nicaraguan cigar, Nicaraguan blend.
Actually, I would tell them, smoke it at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It's a late day evening cigar.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and when you have a Churchill, you really want to take that time to savor the whole cigar. And I think they really did a great job. So we're going to keep smoking this thing because it's that good. But in the meantime, Black Label Trading Company, Lawless, Churchill, excellent cigar. good job from James and Angela Brown and the crew down at the Black Label Trading Company, the Black Bee.
Black Bee, Oveja Negra.
And they're available at famous-smoke.com, and you'll probably get a good price, right?
Yeah.
Because
For
Famous
sure.
has great prices, on everything. And thank you for joining me today,
Well,
Vilma.
thank you for
it was
having
really
me.
great. Yeah,
It's a great experience.
I
Thank
think
you.
so too. And this is the first time we've had this, right? We've
First,
not had
very
this.
first time that I
Right?
do this.
And I always
so-
like that too. So anyway, thanks for joining us in #NowSmoking. Catch us next week. We'll see you then. Happy smokes.